Welcome to Biff's Mystery Theater. I have many tales to tell you. Ghost stories, murder stories, and tales that will make your bones chill. Join me, won't you? For Theater of the Mind, where you always have the best seat in the house. Now close your eyes and turn off the lights.
Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell.
Yeah, danger is my assignment. I get sent to a lot of places I can't even pronounce, but they all spell the same thing, trouble. Morning, Commissioner.
Steve, ever done any snake charming?
Well, I tried my hand at charming, but I think they'd resent being called snakes. Why?
You're leaving for Bombay, India on the next plane.
To study snake charming?
There's a snake somewhere in this deal. How you get him out of his basket is up to you.
What's the deal?
An American named Carter went to the Indian province of Kwalani to sell farm machinery. But when the Maharaja's inspector staged a surprise inspection of some of the crates, he found guns and ammunition there instead.
Gun running. What some guys will do for a buck.
The case against Carter was based on the testimony of a man named S. Gouda. He testified he'd seen Carter dealing with a native agitator, that Carter had opened a crate of guns in his presence and had been paid for them.
Pretty convincing testimony.
Yes, but right after the trial, this Gouda disappeared. Yesterday, he got word to us that he was hiding down in Bombay. He wants to talk to one of our agents secretly. You're the one he's going to talk to.
I say, you got his address?
Yeah, here it is. Steve, for obvious reasons, this has to be done undercover. You can't reveal your identity, and you've got to get Gouda before the outfit he lied for does. Well, that's it. You've got your assignment. Good luck.
Dangerous Assignment will continue in just a moment. Now, here is the Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
Here are the simple rules for a happy National Wheaties Week at your house. Go to your grocer, buy some Wheaties, and start your breakfast with them every morning. See if you don't honest and truly feel a difference. See if the vitamins and minerals whole wheat has to offer don't add up to energy the Wheaties way. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake, you know. A whole kernel. So, won't you join us? Get Wheaties, the whole wheat flakes with the naturally sweet whole wheat flavor. Wheaties. Try them at least once during National Wheaties Week.
Yeah, I've got my assignment. Going to be a friendly little race. Whoever gets to Gouda first wins. It's Friday night when I get to Bombay. I register under a phony name at a hotel near Gouda's rooming house, and then I go over. Down the street, there's a small building on fire, but nobody seems to be paying much attention to it. Inside the rooming house, a bored-looking clerk is lazily sketching on a piece of paper.
Oh, good evening, sir.
Hi.
May I help you?
No, thanks. I know the room I'm looking for. Say, you people take your fires pretty calmly around here, don't you?
I beg pardon, sir?
That building on fire down the street. Back home, there'd be a crowd a block thick around it.
Oh, that. A man died of the bubonic plague there. That's why they're burning the building.
Plague? No wonder there's no crowd around.
Oh, such things are not unusual here, sir.
Pleasant thought.
But you have given me an idea. The burning building might be a good thing to sketch.
Room 7, yeah.
Who's there?
The guy you wanted to see.
How can I be sure?
Well, you might try opening the door.
You alone?
Yeah. Come on, open up, Gouda.
You must not mention my name. Come in, quickly. Now, your credentials, please.
Here they are.
So, did anyone follow you here?
Not that I know of. Why?
I had to go out for a while this evening. I believe someone was following me, but I managed to give them the slip.
Look, what is this that you want to tell me?
I was paid to give false testimony against the American, Carter.
I see. Who paid you and why?
They only gave me half the money they promised me.
Who's they?
The ones who really smuggled the weapons into Kualani province. They said if I tried to betray them, they'd kill me. But I will have my revenge. If I tell you their names, you must protect me from them.
Oh, I'll do what I can.
Very well. There are 2 of them involved. The closet!
My back's to the closet. I start to whirl around, but something hard connects over my right ear. And a million comets explode in my head. The floor comes up at me fast. Very fuzzily, I make out something on the floor beside me. A man's heavy identification bracelet with a peculiar crest on it. I fight to get up on my hands and knees, but I get another clip on the head, and that does it. Gouda is dead when I come to. The gun is in my hand. The bracelet's gone, and the police whistles are splitting the air. I hear steps pounding down the hall. So I jam the gun in my pocket and head for the window just as the door opens.
Here he is, out in the alley.
The clerk, you would have to be out here.
Please, quick!
Shut up.
Please, here he is. Here he is.
Sorry, Buster. 10 minutes and 5 alleys later, I'm back in my hotel room, thinking about the spot I'm in. So the race to get Gouda has turned into a dead heat. Gouda's dead, and the heat's on me. It's a neat frame. The U.S. agent bumps off the key witness in a case against a U.S. citizen. Well, morning comes, and I get hungry, so I go downstairs. A little beady-eyed gent in a turban is sitting in the lobby, but when he spots me, he jumps to his feet.
There he is! The men police are after help! Police!
So I'm on the run again. I go out the back door and down the alley, wondering how Beady Eyes was able to identify me. I slip into a little Chinese restaurant down the street.
Good morning, sir.
Hi. How about a little breakfast?
Oh, but of course. Tea and rice.
No, ham and eggs.
Oh, so sorry. Tea and rice.
That's all you got?
Dried fish.
I'll take tea and rice.
Oh, here is newspaper. You like to read about big excitement last night?
Excitement?
Oh, please, sit down. We'll wipe off table.
What excitement are you talking about?
Oh, it's all in newspaper. We'll turn back to first page. Killing last night, only short distance from this place. Man got away. But I know what he looked like.
Huh? How do they know?
Oh, clerk at rooming houses, artist student. He draw good picture of killer.
What?
See, big sketch of killer's face. You see, he looks like his face. Oh, please to excuse me. One moment. Must see what's going on in the kitchen.
I get out of there fast. This is just great. Every paper in Bombay has my picture on page 1. I'm about to throw away the paper when a small ad catches my eye. Bandara, consultant. But under the name, there's a crest. And it's the same peculiar crest that was on the bracelet I spotted when I got slugged. I don't know what kind of a consultant this Bandara is, but he's the one guy I want to consult right now. I go to the address in the ad, but before I have a chance to knock, the door swings open. I can hear music. The room is heavy with drapes and incense.
You are now in the realm of peace. Your problem will be solved.
The voice seems to be coming from all over, but the room is empty.
I am with you.
Huh? Hey, right behind me.
Bandara comes from everywhere and nowhere.
Well, wherever you came from, I want to talk to you.
Of course.
You were impelled to visit me. Sorry. No sale, Bandara. What I need is information. That crest in your ad, is that your trademark?
It is the symbol which identifies Bandara in the spirit realm.
Yeah? Well, right now I'm more interested in the bracelet realm.
The consciousness of Bandara is so elevated that the significance of your remarks passes beneath me.
Well, then come on back down to earth for a minute. Now, look. Do you own a bracelet with that crest on it or not?
Earthly possessions are of such little significance to Bandara that sometimes he loses the memory of them.
I see. It sounds like Bandara's got quite a convenient memory. I suppose you've also lost the memory of where you happened to be last night.
I do not seem to recall. I may have been in a trance.
Yeah, and you may have been putting me in a trance with a gun barrel over the ear.
Bandara's only weapons are words of wisdom.
You are now in the realm of peace. Your problem will be solved.
Brother, with the props you've got, you could make a fortune in Hollywood.
Thank you.
Oh, Bandera, I didn't know you were occupied.
Mrs. Trevelyan, if you will wait in the other room, I will be with you shortly. I believe this gentleman is about to depart from the realm of Bandara.
Righto. And how's the little romance coming along, Bandera?
Earthly attachments are but symbols, Mrs. Trevelyan.
Oh, of course. It's frightfully difficult to realize that at times.
I believe you are about to...
Yeah, depart from the realm of Bandara. But don't be too surprised if I return to the realm soon. Outside, there's a girl coming along the sidewalk reading the newspaper. She glances at me and hesitates and gives me another look. Then her eyes flick back to the newspaper. She speeds up and turns into the shop next door. I catch up with her just as she reaches the telephone.
Oh!
Hang up.
Get away from me.
I'm not kidding. Hang up. That's better. All set to call the cops, huh?
What do you think?
Come on, we're going to walk.
Where are we going?
I don't know. Come on.
What good do you think this is going to do you? Pictures plastered on every paper in town.
You're an American, aren't you?
So what?
So am I.
So what again? Look, brother, you might as well kill me now, because you're never going to shut my mouth any other way.
Why?
You're not another American to me. You're just a trip home. I'm tired of this stinking place, and I'm broke. There's a reward out for you.
I know that. I can't go back to my hotel. You live alone?
Yeah. No.
I think you were right the first time. Okay, come on. We'll go to your place. Nice place you have here. Make yourself at home.
Oh, thanks a lot. Now what?
Well, I've got to stay on the loose until I find out who framed me.
Oh, sure. You're just an innocent little bystander who got framed. Put on a new record, will you?
You've got it all figured out, haven't you?
Look, like I told you before, you're a trip home as far as I'm concerned.
What's your name?
Carol.
Steve is mine.
Delighted.
So you're not interested in helping me?
Are you kidding?
Would it make any difference if you knew that I really was innocent?
Look, everybody knows you killed that guy in the rooming house.
No, Carol. I didn't kill him.
Who did then?
I don't know. I've got one possibility in mind, if I can ever get the guy down off a Cloud 8 long enough to find out a few things.
Oh, you sound real convincing.
Now, look.
Forget it.
Okay.
What good's it going to do you to stay here?
This is the safest place in Bombay I can think of for me right now.
Okay. Go ahead and sit there. But you can't stay awake forever. And the second you doze off, you're a dead pigeon.
Say, did I tell you folks, it's National Wheaties Week. And your grocer will sell you just as many packages of Wheaties as you want. Any day, every day. Now, isn't that nice? You can celebrate all you want to. And believe me, backstage here, we're sure taking advantage of the privilege. Just to prove it, here's Bob Reif, the talented young man who writes the thrilling stories you hear on Dangerous Assignment. Pull up a Wheaties bowl and join us, Bob.
Thanks, Frank. I'll pick up that cue. Sure, I'm a Wheaties man, but isn't everybody?
We sure hope so, Bob, especially during National Wheaties Week.
National Wheaties Week. What a week. All the Wheaties you can eat just waiting to be bought at the grocery store. Wonderful, isn't it? Seriously, folks, I do think Wheaties are swell, and I hope you're getting yours, because when you buy a package of Wheaties, it tells us you like our show, just like that. So if you want us to know, don't write. Just take home a box of Wheaties from the store. How about that? Okay?
It certainly is, and thank you, Bob Reif.
And now, back to Dangerous Assignment and Steve Mitchell.
What time is it?
A little afternoon. Brother, no sleep for 30 hours.
You know, you're a strange guy. I don't get you.
What do you mean?
I should think you'd be trying to figure a way to get out of town.
That's just what I would be doing if I were guilty.
If you were...
Isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean... Oh, I don't know what I mean.
Oh, boy, that sunlight feels good. You know, when this deal's over, I'm going to hit the sack for about a week.
I guess you've been through a lot, haven't you?
Yeah. Believe me, it's not habit forming.
Well, you're safe for the time being. Just relax.
Yeah, I'm so relaxed right now anymore.
Steve. Steve.
Hey, come back here. Almost, but not quite.
Let go of me.
Let go of that door.
Okay. Well, you can let go of me now.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I can.
No. No, don't.
Hmm?
Oh, Steve.
Well,
I'm so mixed up.
it didn't seem to be a moment ago. You were trying your best to get out that door.
I'm glad you stopped me. You didn't kill that man, did you?
No.
I tried to make myself believe you did. I thought I was being so tough about it. I thought I could get enough money out of the reward to get home on.
So, what happens now?
That's up to you, Steve. I'm not going to try to call the police anymore. You can stay here if you want to.
Look, nothing I'd rather do right now than stay, believe me. But I'm not going to get this deal figured out sitting here.
Where are you going?
To the realm of peace.
Huh?
Oh, skip it. I'll tell you about it when I get back.
Okay. We can talk about it over a drink.
Yeah, maybe I'll have something to celebrate by then. I take the side streets to Bandara's place. On the way, I spot a guy following me. I've seen him before, then it registers. He's the little beady-eyed gent who identified me in my hotel lobby early this morning. I walk by Bandara's front door and turn into the alley. Then I wait. Looking for me, Buster?
Let go of me.
We're going to have a little talk. Now talk. You're the guy who was sitting in my hotel lobby this morning. Why?
Why, I was waiting for a friend.
Who are you?
I am Ahmed. Please.
Why were you following me just now?
But I was not following you. I was just taking a walk.
Yeah? How come you were able to identify me this morning?
Your picture was in all the papers. I saw it just before you came downstairs. I read about the reward.
Yes, again. The newspapers weren't on the streets then. You couldn't have seen my picture. Come on. Open up or I'll...
No. I will tell you how it all came to be.
I'm listening.
Well, you see, I have a cousin who lives here in Bombay. I came to visit him for the weekend.
Quit stalling.
But I am telling you the truth.
Hold it. What was that?
And now this cousin of mine wanted me to...
A car full of cops out in the street. So, that's why you were stalling.
Police, here he is!
Okay, you're looking for a reward, huh? Here it is. I duck around to the back of Bandara's place and find the window that's unlocked. I open it and ease myself in. I'm in Bandara's bedroom. It's empty. I start tiptoeing through the room. Then I freeze. There's a painting on the wall. I take a long look at it.
Good afternoon.
Huh? Well, you specialize in popping out of nowhere, don't you, Bandara?
Most people who seek my help specialize in entering through the front door.
You must have an electric eye on these windows, too.
Those who seek to enter the realm of peace by stealth do not find peace.
Well, maybe not, but sometimes they pick up a little information.
A little information is a dangerous thing.
Well, it's better than none.
Strange. I have no consultations at this hour.
Who is in charge here? This is the police.
Hey.
Police? Bandara has no traffic with the police. What do they want with me?
You go find out. I'm leaving. I go out the same way I came in, the back window. I know they're closing in on me. Unless I think of something fast, I'm a dead pigeon. Then I spot a battered delivery truck down the alley. The driver's just sliding in behind the wheel when I get in with him.
I recognize you.
I thought you would.
No. Do not get back there.
Too late. I'm already back here. Get this jalopy started.
Very well.
Okay, let's go.
Look.
What?
Down the end of the alley.
Cops swarming all over the street. Okay, we're going through.
But they will stop my truck.
Don't let them look back here.
But what will I tell them?
That's up to you. So you better think of something real convincing. Because I'm going to be lying here beside this box in back of you. And my gun's pointed right at the back of your head.
Halt!
Okay, pull up.
Get out. We're going to search your truck.
But why?
We're looking for a fugitive. I said get out.
No, you cannot search this truck.
What's that?
I said you cannot search this truck.
So, then the fugitive is here.
No, I am carrying a dead man.
Let me inspect this dead man.
Very well, but this man died of the bubonic plague.
What? Get your truck out of here at once!
Boy, that was close.
Where do you want me to take you?
Oh, down the street away. You know, that was fast thinking, dreaming up a yarn like that on the spur of the moment.
Oh, that was not fast thinking.
How come?
But it's the truth.
What?
In that box beside you is the body of one who died of the plague.
Oh, great. Hey, stop this jalopy. You just lost a passenger.
Steve,
Hi, Carol.
I'm so glad you got back all right. Here's that drink I promised you.
Thanks, Carol. Well, I've been doing a lot of running and dodging the last hour. I could use some fresh air. There. Oh, boy, that's better. I needed that.
Hey, you're a fast drinker. You want another?
No, thanks.
Were you able to find out anything?
Yeah. It looks like the deal's starting to fall into place.
Oh, I'm glad. Where's this realm of peace you said you were going to?
A place owned by a guy named Bandara.
You think he's involved in the killing?
I did think so, but I don't anymore. I guess it goes together something like this, Carol. Suppose an outfit wanted to smuggle some guns into an up-country province.
Smuggle guns?
Yeah. Just bear with me. I'm thinking out loud. So these gun runners smuggle them into the province in crates of farm machinery. When the plot is discovered, it's a pretty easy thing to frame Carter, the owner of the company, who doesn't know what's been going on.
Oh, you're leaving me way behind.
Yeah. The gun runners pay a guy named Gouda to testify against Carter, but they don't pay him enough. He tries to double-cross them, so they kill him, right while I'm talking to him. Then they frame me, and on me, the frame looks good. A U.S. agent knocks off the key witness against a U.S. citizen.
You're a government agent?
Yeah. Gouda told me there were two people involved in the gun running. I think I know who one of them is.
Who?
A little gent named Ahmed who's been following me around trying to sick the cops on me. And the other...
What's the matter?
What's this on your dressing table?
Why, a jewel case. Why?
That's what I thought it was.
Steve, don't.
Well, what do you know? A heavy bracelet with Bandara's crest on it.
I guess I should have thrown that away, shouldn't I, Steve?
Yeah.
I thought you were unconscious when you hit the floor. I didn't think you'd seen it then.
It broke when you clipped me, didn't it?
How'd you find out about me, Steve?
I saw a painting of you in Bandara's bedroom. Then I remembered one of his suckers kidding him about a romance. I put two and two together, and they added up to you. Bandara gave you his bracelet. You were wearing it last night when you killed Gouda and slugged me.
I'm sorry you found out, Steve. I knew you had. I saw it in your eyes when you walked in a minute ago. I'm sorry. I wasn't kidding about liking you.
I guess I kind of liked you, too.
That's why it was so hard for me to do what I did.
What do you mean?
That drink I just gave you. I poisoned you, Steve.
You didn't really poison me. You're kidding me. I'll bet. Oh, no. You're not kidding me.
Steve?
My stomach. Carol, you did poison me.
I had to.
Carol.
Steve!
It is all over, so.
Yeah. It's all over, Ahmed.
You had to do it, Carol. He got away from me at Bandaris before the police could get there. But now it is simple. I'll take his body somewhere and notify the police. We're in the clear.
Yeah.
So, he is very heavy, this Steve Mitchell.
Let me give you a hand.
Steve!
I mean a fist. Oh, no, Carol. You're not leaving.
Let go!
Sit down.
Poison. I saw you drink it.
No, you didn't. I had you pegged when I walked in. I wasn't about to accept any hospitality from you. I poured the drink out the window when my back was turned to you.
Then why the fake collapse?
To nab your partner, Ahmed.
You still don't have any evidence.
Oh, Ahmed's the jittery type. I'm sure I can make him spill the whole story to the police.
Steve, you've got to listen to me. I didn't know what I was doing. Give me a break, Steve. Let me go away. Maybe later we can...
Save it, Carol, save it. I'm taking you both in. You know, we could have made beautiful music together, but now it's Ahmed who'll do the singing. And I bet his notes are going to sound real sour to you.
Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell.
Yeah, danger is my assignment. I get sent to a lot of places I can't even pronounce, but they all spell the same thing, trouble. But when I walk into the commissioner's office, I don't realize that this assignment is going to involve an innocent little picture postcard that almost turns out to be my death warrant. Morning, Commissioner. Ruth said you had something for me.
I do. Here it is, Steve. A plane ticket.
Oh, no, not again so soon.
How soon can you get packed?
Look, the way you've had me hopping around the world lately, I don't even have anything left to pack. I've got a dirty shirt in practically every city in the world.
You're flying to Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, fine. I don't even have a necktie there, but why Dublin?
You'll be looking for an object about the size of a walnut.
I'm flying to Ireland to look for nuts. Look, I can find plenty of them right here at home.
This is the size of a walnut, but it's a whole lot more valuable. A roll of microfilm, Steve, containing the complete plans of our latest and most improved guided missile.
Oh, stolen, huh?
Yes, and we think we know who smuggled them out of the country. A man named Ernest Weber. If so, he's got a 2-day start on you. He left by plane the day before yesterday. Here's his picture and all the data we have on him. It isn't much, Steve, but we're depending on you to get that microfilm. Well, that's it. You've got your assignment. Good luck.
Dangerous Assignment will continue in a moment. Now, here is the Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
If you've got a job to do tomorrow, folks, get your Wheaties. Sure, Breakfast of Champions is for you, just like it's for Ralph Kiner, pride of the Pittsburgh Pirates. You may not play ball for a living, but whatever your job is tomorrow, you can do it better on a better breakfast. And it's a better breakfast you're starting with Wheaties. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. Yes, whole wheat, good, sound, whole wheat. Plump and ripe and bursting with vitamins and minerals and protein for your vitality, your energy, your working power. So tumble the Wheaties out of the package, pour on the milk, put on the fruit, pick up the spoon, and smile. You're eating good to be feeling good. Breakfast of Champions for people who are going places. Are you ready? Triumph. See how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
Yeah, that's my little cinch assignment. just catch up to a guy who's got 2 days' start on me and isn't going to slow down any. It's Sunday when I get to Dublin. It takes me 6 hours to trace Weber to a hotel, only to find out he's left for London. In London, they give me a lead that sends me to Brighton. There's a lot of seacoast there, but no Weber. I tickle a cab driver's memory with a few bucks, and he tells me he took Weber to the depot 2 days ago to catch a train back to London. By now, I know this guy is really trying to cover his trail. I also know I'm losing time fast. For lack of any other leads, I go back to the rooming house in London where Weber had stayed before.
Ernest Weber? Why, yes. Yes, he returned here yesterday.
Is he here now?
Yes, he's in room 2, right up front here, just through those drapes.
Thanks. Don't bother to tell him I'm here. I want to surprise him.
Hello.
Oh, I didn't see you in the dark.
Looking for somebody? Old boy?
Yeah, room 2.
Well, no. Quite a coincidence. That's the door I'm standing in front of.
So I see. You mind getting out of my way? There's a guy in there I want to see.
Weber? I wonder why.
It doesn't happen to be any of your business.
Oh, I think you're mistaken there, old boy. Quite.
Yeah? Look, old boy, if you don't get out of my way...
So you want to see Weber?
I get it. You stand out here and stall me while he goes out the window. Now, look.
Why don't you look instead? Here.
Huh?
I'll turn on the light for you.
Hey.
Go ahead. Take a good look.
Brother, from ear to ear.
Quite. Which brings me back to my original question. Why did you want to see Weber?
Before I answer that, I want to know who's asking it.
Name's buried. Inspector, that is.
I see. Well, as long as we're getting official, you better take a look at my credentials.
Huh? What ho? Washington?
Yeah. Weber smuggled some microfilm out of the States.
You know, that throws a little more light on it.
How so?
A chap named Sutherland turned up dead this afternoon down the coast in Hastings. We found a couple of postcards on Sutherland's body. Decided to take a look at the chap who'd been sending them, so I ran up here and found Weber dead.
Could I see those cards?
Righto. The postcards themselves look innocent enough. Here they are.
Thanks. First one was mailed from Dublin. Just arrived. Will keep you posted.
Right. And the second was mailed to Sutherland from London. Like it here, but I'm moving on. We'll let you know when and where I settle down.
That sounds like there should be a third card.
We found only these 2 on Sutherland's body.
You gave this room a going over.
Quite. No microfilm either on Weber's body or in the room, if that's what you mean.
Either Weber's already sold the film, in which case I'm too late, or else he's got it hidden somewhere. I'll have to take my chances on it being hidden.
I don't envy you your search, old boy. A little like the proverbial needle in the haystack, you know?
Yeah. You say this other guy, Sutherland, was killed in a town called Hastings?
Right, it's south of here, on the coast.
Where was he staying there?
A spot called the Sea Cliff Inn.
Okay. I think I'll take a run down there and see what I can find out on that end.
Good evening, Governor.
Hi. Brother, that fog is really thick outside.
Oh, it's not really so bad, Governor. I've seen it a lot worse. Cooper's my name, at your service. Would you like a room?
I'd like a little information, Cooper.
Information? What about?
The guy who got himself killed here today.
Mr. Sutherland? Oh, poor bloke. Well, there's not really much I can tell you about him, Governor. You know, on a job like this, you can't help picking him up little things here and there, but I never heard this bloke Sutherland say nothing, and to the best of my knowledge, he had no visitors. Oh, hello, Harry.
Bit of a thick one outside, Cooper. Here's the afternoon mail.
Just put it on the desk there.
Righto.
Well, sorry I can't help you more about your friend Sutherland, Governor. But if you excuse me now, I'll be sorting the mail.
Okay. Wait a minute.
What's that?
You've got a picture postcard in that stack of mail. Let's see it.
Now, see, I can't have you reading the guest's mail.
Let me have it. Yeah. From Weber, and it's addressed to Sutherland.
Oh, sorry, Governor. I didn't realize it was sent to your friend. Let's see. Well, it was sent from Brighton. Yes, that's a picture of the Empire Hotel there. Quite a nice spot, too.
The Empire Hotel, Brighton, as seen through the trees from Providence Point. Good-sized place, isn't it?
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Just looking at the picture.
Oh, that blinking switchboard again. Excuse me, Governor.
Oh, sure. Take your time, Governor. I slipped the postcard into my pocket and eased quietly out the door while Cooper's on the phone. This is the postcard I've been looking for. The message reads, "Like it here. Guess I'll stay." And on the picture of the hotel, there's an X over one of the windows. So now I'm pretty sure where the microfilm is hidden. Outside, the fog is swirling thicker than ever. I can't see 3 feet in front of me. I head in the direction the depot's supposed to be, and then I hear steps. I stop. The steps stop. I start again. So do the steps. But in the fog, I can't tell where they're coming from. I stop again. The steps keep coming. Suddenly, a figure looms up, something shiny in his hand. I hit the sidewalk. The knife hits the door behind me. I scramble to my feet, take off after him, but he just melts into the fog. I can't tell which way he went, but I try about 3 different directions. I spot nothing. Finally, I give up. I managed to find the depot and take the train along the coast to the Empire Hotel in Brighton.
Good evening, sir. You wish a room?
Yeah.
Just sign the register, please.
Okay. There's one room in particular I'd like to have.
Oh?
I stayed here once before several years ago in that room and liked it very much.
Well, now I'll do my best to arrange it, sir. What room might that be?
I don't remember the number, but it's the 3rd room from the north end of the hotel on the 3rd floor.
Yes. That'd be 317.
Yeah, that's it. How about it?
One moment, sir. Now I'll check. Yes, here we are. I'm sorry, sir, but that room is taken.
I see. Who has it?
Miss Sheila Moore from Dublin.
Dublin? You mind telling me how long ago she checked in?
Why, no. She checked in only yesterday. I don't know how long she's planning to stay here at the Empire, sir. But if you really would prefer that room, now, perhaps you could talk to her and see if she'd be willing to exchange it for another.
You know, that's a good idea. See you later.
Yes?
Well, Miss Moore?
Yes. And who are you?
Steve Mitchell. I'd like to talk to you if I could.
And what about?
Your room here.
Oh, it's quite comfortable, thank you.
You don't understand. I'm not working for the hotel. Could I come in for a moment?
Well, I was just leaving for a little walk.
Okay, I'll ride down in the elevator with you.
All right. And just what is it you want to talk about, Mr. Mitchell?
Well, I was wondering if you'd mind taking another room.
Oh, and why would I want to do that?
Well, you see, I had the room you're staying in a few years back, and I liked it very much.
So do I. There's an excellent view from it.
Would you consider trading rooms with me?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that room seems to mean a lot to you.
Strange. I was just thinking it must mean a lot to you.
After you. You're from Dublin, aren't you?
Yes.
On a vacation here?
My, but you're a nosy one, aren't you?
Yeah, sort of.
I've always wanted a holiday in Brighton, so now I'm taking one. And will there be any other questions, Mr. Mitchell?
Well, the reason I was asking about Dublin, a friend of mine passed through there a few days ago, and I thought you might know him, Ernest Weber.
Dublin's a large city, Mr. Mitchell.
Weber had an accident in London this afternoon.
Serious?
Fatal.
I'm sorry.
Maybe that isn't exactly news to you.
Now, if I don't even know the man, it would have to be news, wouldn't it?
Well, here we are. You know, if you should reconsider about the room...
I don't expect I will.
What's the matter?
A little embarrassing.
What I'd like to know
What
is,
is?
are we in England
Man and
or
his wife talking to the clerk.
a fine thing when a man and his wife can't come down to the shore for a holiday without having a beastly thing like this happen?
Well, no. I'm very sorry, Mr. Chumley. I can't understand it. We haven't been troubled by burglars for quite a while.
But we have very little of value. Why would burglars pick our room? I can't... Oh, Miss Moore.
Hello, Mrs. Chumley.
But I thought you had a headache, my dear.
I did, but it's better now. I thought I'd just get a little breath of fresh air before bed.
The most dreadful thing has happened, my dear.
What do you mean?
Well, you remember right after dinner you said you had a headache.
Yes, a splitter.
Mrs. Chumley and I had a bit of a stroll along the coast. But when we came back to our room just a few minutes ago, we found it completely ransacked.
What room are you staying in?
I don't believe I had the pleasure, sir.
Oh, this is Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Chumley. Mr. Mitchell just arrived.
No. Well, I can't quite see what concern it is of yours, old boy, but we're staying in room 217. That is, we were staying there until this beastly thing happened.
We'll have your room put back in order immediately, Mr. Chumley.
Very well. Come along, Martha. You may as well have a spot or something while we're waiting.
Room 217. That's the room right under yours, isn't it, Miss Moore?
I suppose so. Why?
Oh, just wondering.
Hey, were you able to effect an exchange of rooms with Miss Moore, Mr. Mitchell?
No, he wasn't.
Well, very well. Now, I have another nice room for you, sir. 224. I've taken the liberty of having your luggage sent up there.
Okay, I guess that'll have to do. You care for a drink, Miss Moore?
No, thanks. I think I'll be getting back to my room.
Oh, change your mind about taking the walk?
Yes.
Well, I'll see you around, Sheila. Sheila heads for the elevator, and I fish the picture postcard out of my pocket and take another look. The Empire Hotel, seen through the trees from Providence Point. Up to now, I'd thought the X on the card was on the window of room 317. But now I see that a branch of a tree on Providence Point partially covers the window of 317 and that the X is under the branch. So the X could be either under 317 or over 217. And whoever else is looking for that microfilm apparently thinks 217 is the room. I go up to my own room, still thinking about it. Reach for the light switch, and just then somebody lowers the boom on me.
Steve Mitchell will continue his dangerous assignment in just a moment.
You know, the world isn't so tough to face when you've got a good breakfast under your belt, and it doesn't matter what part of the world you're facing either. Farmers can farm better, salesmen can sell better, sawyers can saw better on a better breakfast. And that's what you start when you start with Wheaties. Because here are flakes of whole wheat. Whole wheat. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. Yes, there's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. That's why I say Wheaties can give so much. The vitamins, the minerals, the wonderful energy of whole wheat. And that's why I say, pull the chair out at the table tomorrow at breakfast time, sit down to a meal that starts with Wheaties, and see if you don't feel the difference in smoother work all morning long. It's the whole wheat nourishment that helps. Now, of course, it's no fun getting up in the morning to just a batch of vitamins and minerals. Wouldn't that be dull? But it's fun, you bet it is, to lay spoon to crisp, flaky little flakes called Wheaties. Pour on the cold milk, put on the fruit you like best, and eat happy. Breakfast of champions. Breakfast for you. Come on now, you try it. See how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
And now, back to Dangerous Assignment and Steve Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell. Steve? Steve.
Huh? Oh, Sheila.
Are you all right?
No, but I guess I'll live. What are you doing here in my room?
Well, when I got down to my own room, it was all torn apart.
What?
Yes, and I remembered you'd been so anxious to get that room, and I thought you might have had something to do with it.
Look.
So I came down here to your room. And the door was partway open. I saw you lying here on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of rooms getting torn apart, take a look at this one.
Yes. I noticed it as soon as I turned on the light. What a mess.
Yeah. Looks like somebody's doing their best to remodel this hotel. First Mr. Chumley's room, then yours, now mine.
But what's it all about, Steve?
That's a good question, Sheila. Maybe I can give you the answer before long. After she's gone, I start putting my room back together again. Then I remember the postcard. It's not in the pocket I put it in. I go through my other pockets, and I find it in one of them. So whoever clouded me on the head a few minutes ago took a look at it then. Well, at this point, I don't know where the microfilm is or who has it. All I'm sure of is that I don't. And then I think about Sheila. Quite a girl. She's either real innocent or real smart, and I've got to find out which. The next morning, when I go downstairs, I spot Mr. and Mrs. Chumley having breakfast.
Drive down the coast today, my dear. The sun's out for a change, and,
Good morning.
Huh? Oh, Mitchell, isn't it?
Yeah, we were introduced last night in the lobby when you reported your room ransacked.
Of course, Mr. Mitchell. Won't you sit down?
Thanks.
Care for a spot of breakfast with us, old boy?
No, thanks, but I would like to ask you a couple of questions about Sheila Moore, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Rather taking your fancy, eh?
Yeah, sort of.
By Jove, I don't blame you. If I were 10 years younger myself and, weren't, of course, already married to the loveliest person in the world.
You got that in just in time, Arthur. She does seem to be a lovely girl, Mr. Mitchell. What is it you wanted to know about her?
How long have you known her?
Matter of fact, we just met her yesterday afternoon. Rather amusing circumstances, come to think of it.
What do you mean?
We were just returning to our room from a stroll when we found her trying to unlock our door.
Oh?
Yes, you see, her room is directly above ours, and I suppose she got confused.
Yeah, sure.
We struck up a conversation with her, and it ended by agreeing to have dinner together. But she developed a headache and left us early.
And when you returned to your room after that, it had been torn apart?
That's right. I say, you don't think that she could have had anything to do with it?
There's probably no connection at all, Mr. Chumley.
I beg your pardon, Governor.
Huh?
Could I have a word with you?
Yeah, excuse me, Mrs. Chumley.
Of course.
Expect we'll be seeing you later, old boy.
Yeah.
Hope I'm not disturbing you, Governor. But you see, I had...
You're the hotel clerk I talked to in Hastings yesterday afternoon, aren't you?
Right you are. Cooper's the name.
Yeah. What are you doing here in Brighton?
Well, you remember I told you then I was coming up here on a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
But, well, to tell the truth, Governor, I've been looking for you.
Why?
Well, like you told me yesterday, a hotel clerk who keeps his eyes and ears open is liable to pick up things here and there.
I get it. What's the bite?
Now, I'm not a greedy chap, you know, and how much it's worth, it's up to you.
Oh, wait a minute.
But I haven't told you yet, Governor.
Save it until I get back. What yanks me into motion is a glimpse of Sheila Moore with a dressing case under her arm just disappearing out the side door. When I get to the sidewalk, she's down the street renting a bicycle. She starts pedaling down the road that leads along the coast. So I rent a bicycle and climb aboard. Great way to be chasing a suspect. Well, it's 20 years since I've ridden one of these contraptions, and all the dogs in town seem to agree that now is no time to break the spell.
Get out of there. Go it. Get out.
I finally get out of town with both legs and both wheels. I can see Sheila up ahead of me, and she turns towards the coast, but when I get to the spot, she's disappeared. Then I see her bicycle tracks leading down towards a clump of bushes. I park my velocipede and ease over. Well.
Well is right. Can't a girl even change into her bathing suit without you poking around?
A French bathing suit on an Irish girl in England. You know, that's the kind of international cooperation I like, Sheila.
You followed me here.
Uh-huh.
Quite flattering. You are the persistent type, aren't you?
I'm glad I was. I didn't realize what a beautiful view there is around here.
Oh. Well, I don't really have any complaints about the view from where I stand, either.
You know, two nature lovers like us ought to have a lot to talk about.
We might at that.
Maybe over a drink and some lunch.
I would like a swim first, though.
Go right ahead. Don't mind me.
As a matter of fact, I don't. It's been a wonderful day, Steve. Swim, lunch, bicycle ride.
Yeah. My legs are killing me.
Now it's sunset already. Just look out the window. Isn't it beautiful? Water, sun slipping down behind that point over there.
Providence Point. Yeah, you do get quite a view from your room here.
Now we're talking about views again.
Yeah, so...
Nice day, Steve.
You know, the view's getting better by the moment.
View out the window, you mean?
Sure.
Now you see why I didn't want to give up this room?
Sorry you mentioned that, Sheila.
Hmm?
Look, this is all very pleasant, but if you're trying to pull a little razzle-dazzle over my eyes, you'd better give up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know just where you fit into this deal, but it's time we found out.
What do you mean?
I think you know I've been looking for something.
Well, now, it's fairly obvious.
That's not what I mean. Yeah, it could have been you right from the start.
What could have been me?
You figured it was hidden in this room. That's why you wouldn't change rooms.
What?
But you couldn't find it here, so you thought it might be in the room directly below, Chumley's room. You tore it apart looking for it, but it wasn't there.
Steve!
And you tore your own room apart as a cover for yourself. At this point, you figured I might have gotten it, so you slugged me and searched my room.
Look, if there was something of value hidden here, and I had gotten it, do you think I'd still be staying around here? That would be stupid.
Stupid or awfully smart?
I don't know what this is all about, Steve. But all I can say is you certainly seem to have the wrong point of view about me.
Yeah. I guess so, Sheila. But if I've got the wrong point of view about you, that means I'm fresh out of Leeds and I'm licked.
What's the matter, Steve?
Wait a minute.
What's wrong? Why are you staring out the window?
Yeah. I guess I've had the wrong point of view right from the start. See you later, Sheila. I go outside, get on my trusty bicycle, and pedal around the shoreline to Providence Point. It's dark when I get there. I fish the postcard out and take a look, and then I find the right tree. It's on the edge of the cliff over the ocean. I start climbing, but the second branch I grab starts to break. I grab another one just in time to keep from taking a long dive. I climb a few feet more, and then I stop and sight along the tree towards the lights of the Empire Hotel across the water. Just a little higher. So I climb some more. Then I spot it, taped to a branch of the tree, the roll of microfilm.
Good work, Governor.
Huh?
Just toss it down to me, Governor.
Cooper, the hotel clerk from Hastings.
Right you are, Governor. Now just toss down that little bundle down to me, if you will, please.
So, your story about having information from me was just a cover to explain your presence here in Brighton.
Partly that, Governor. Of course, I did have some information, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess it all fits. You found out Weber and Sutherland were involved with the microfilm.
That's right.
You knocked off both of them to get it, and then you realized the clue was in the postcard that I had swiped. You followed me to Brighton, ransacked a couple of rooms, and then decided to let me figure out the postcard. I did. I realized the X on the card meant this tree, not a hotel room. So you let me lead you to the film.
Well, you've got it a bit twisted, Governor. I just stepped into the deal in the middle, you might say.
And it's time you stepped out.
Chumley.
No!
Now, Mitchell.
How's your charming wife, Chumley?
Packing at the moment. We'll be leaving as soon as you give me the microfilm.
Looks like I made a little mistake in who was really behind this deal. You tore your own room apart just as a cover.
Quite. The blighter Cooper made a big mistake sticking his nose into the deal. But he's safely out of the way now. Toss that film down to me, Mitchell.
Sorry, no sale.
Now, look, old boy. Let's not be stupid. That film will bring me about 25,000 pounds on the open market. I've already killed 3 times to get it. And I'm quite capable of picking you out of that tree with one shot. It's a long drop down to the briny, you know.
So it is. But if I take the dive, this microfilm goes with me. Where does that leave you?
I see. Mitchell, perhaps in that case we could work out some sort of financial agreement by which we could both benefit.
There's only one agreement I'm interested in. If you want this microfilm, come up and get it.
Oh. Determined to play Tarzan, eh? Well, I think this gun of mine is more than a match for your muscles. Very well. I'm coming up, Mitchell. And this gun will be pointed at you every inch of the way.
You will hear the conclusion of Dangerous Assignment in a moment. First, here is the Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
Well, tomorrow's Thursday, and you can breeze through your work right up till noon with Wheaties to help. Sure, what Wheaties can do for you every morning, every morning. Wheaties with milk and fruit at breakfast can help send you striding through the morning high, wide, and handsome. Because, listen, there's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. Think of that. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. That's a lot of vitamins and minerals and protein for a Wheaties flake to be carrying around, but it's true, just as sure as Wheaties are crisp and sunny and naturally sweet. That's why Wheaties have so much. That's why Wheaties at 7 can help at 11. So get the energy there is in Wheaties. Have some tomorrow. Breakfast of champions. Yourself, see how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
It's my only chance. The weak branch that almost broke when I climbed the tree. Chumley starts climbing. He reaches the first branch, still holding the gun on me. Then he grabs for the second branch. I dive at him. You can't aim when you're off balance.
Get off me!
Sorry.
No!
I'll take the gun. Here's a hammerlock for you.
Yeah!
There. I think that'll keep you nice and neat for a while.
What are you going to do?
We'll go back and help your wife pack. Of course, your destination will be changed slightly, but most jail cells have some kind of a view from them, and speaking of views, that reminds me.
Remind you of what?
Of a Pretty gorgeous hunk of scenery I want to resume my study of. Come on.
Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell.
Yeah, danger is my assignment. I get sent to a lot of places I can't even pronounce. They all spell the same thing, though, trouble. But when I walk into the commissioner's office, I don't realize that this assignment's going to end up with me trying my best to blast myself right out of existence. Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Steve.
Well, what kind of a deal are you sending me on this time, Commissioner?
Steve, ever hear of chromite?
Chromite? Sure, that's the mineral they use in manufacture steel, isn't it?
Yes, and right now we need all the chromite we can get. Take a look at this map, Steve. See this small country in the Balkan area?
Yep.
There's a large chromite mine there near the small village of Dravna, up in the mountains near the border, right beside this pass into the next country. These two countries, incidentally, are pretty unfriendly right now.
Oh, great. One of those deals, huh?
Yes, but the point is, we've made an agreement with this small country permitting us to operate that mine. We get chromite, and our money helps put them back on their feet.
Oh, sounds like a cozy little arrangement.
It was, until things started happening recently.
What kind of things?
In the last week, 2 mine workers have been found hanging at the end of a chain.
Oh, sounds like somebody doesn't want us to operate that mine, Commissioner.
Steve, there's more to this story than I've told you, but I want you to hear it firsthand.
Who from?
A man named Getnick. He's the mine foreman, and he's waiting for you in the city of Larno. That's where your plane lands. Now get over there, Steve. Find out who's behind all this and then smash them. We've got to keep that mine operating. Well, that's it. You've got your assignment. Good luck.
Dangerous Assignment will continue in a moment. Now, here is the Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
Making beds or making money, get your energy when you need it, first thing in the morning. You know you do most of your day's work before noon? Most people do. That's why you want to try Breakfast of Champions and see what a difference it can make in your morning. Wheaties and milk and fruit. Have some. Because here's whole wheat energy to help work go smoother, faster, easier. Here are whole wheat vitamins, minerals, and protein too. Here's generous nourishment. Because there's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. Yes, there's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. That's why Wheaties have so much for folks with things to do and places to go. That's how Wheaties can do so much for you. Tomorrow morning, get yours. See yourself how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
Sure. I've got my assignment. All I have to do is fly to a trouble spot in the Balkans, talk to a mine foreman named Getnick, and find out why a few assorted mine workers are winding up with chains around their necks. I get all the easy ones. Well, it's Tuesday when my plane lands at Larno, and I head for Getnick's house.
Yes?
Oh, are you Mrs. Getnick?
Yes, what do you want?
I'm Steve Mitchell from the United States. I'd like to talk to your husband.
Why?
Why, I understand he's the foreman of a chromite mine up in the mountains near the village of Dravna. I'd like to talk to him about the things that have been happening up there lately, the men that they've found hanged by chains.
I'm afraid my husband cannot tell you much about that, Mr. Mitchell.
Why not?
This morning he was found hanging from the end of a chain, dead.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
You are sorry. That is nice. I am sorry. And Anton? He is dead.
Mrs. Getnick.
He did not believe in the curse of the castle. He found out too late. It is true.
What do you mean, the curse of the castle?
Above the mine, right on top of the mountain, stands a deserted castle. The legend is that one day, hundreds of years ago, the baron who lived there was found hanging from a chain. And a curse on those mountains ever since.
I see. Look, Mrs. Getnick, that kind of a legend is something that superstitious mountain villagers like to scare each other with on winter nights. But you, living here in the city, surely you don't believe...
I was born in those mountains, Mr. Mitchell. Those are my people. I tell you, that curse still lives. If it were not for Lubo, they would have all moved out of the village by now.
Who's Lubo?
A brave man. Yes, and a good one. It is he alone who has been able to keep the other villagers from fleeing.
Oh, thank you very much for your information, Mrs. Getnick. I think I'll go up to the village in the morning and see what I can find out from Lubo.
I see. You're like the others, Mr. Mitchell.
What others?
Those who did not believe in the curse. Like my husband. So go ahead. Go to the village of Dravna. Laugh at the curse of the castle. And then one morning they will find you, too, dangling from the end of a chain.
And on that cheerful note, I leave Mrs. Getnick. The next morning, I rent a car and head up through some rolling hills toward the village of Dravna. 2 hours later, I come to the top of a rise. In the distance, perched on top of a mountain peak, I can see the castle and the village below it. I start down the rise, enjoying the peaceful view, and then things stop being peaceful all of a sudden. The shot blows out a front tire, and the car starts careening down the grade. I fight for control a few seconds, but I'm getting nowhere. Then I spot a bank, and I plow into it. I dive out of the car and start running across a meadow for cover. There's a clump of trees 100 yards away. If I can make it, I'll be okay. Then another slug kicks up the dust 2 feet ahead of me. I try another direction. Again, a shot ahead of me. I start running back to the car. This time, the slug hits only a foot in front of me. The sniper's got me zeroed in, and by this time, I've got a healthy respect for his aim. So I stand still and wait. Pretty soon, a slender figure starts down the hill toward me, wearing heavy boots and a leather jacket and carrying a rifle with a telescopic sight.
Don't move.
What? Hey, you're a girl.
Don't let that give you confidence. I shoot straighter than most men.
You're telling me. What's this all about?
Turn around.
Look, I've got no longing to be shot in the back.
I said turn around. If you don't, you'll get shot in the face. Maybe you'd like that better.
Brother, you're a determined little lady, aren't you? Okay, turn around it is.
All right. Now, walk.
Where to?
Straight ahead. You will see where when the time comes. Move.
So I move. She marches me up the road toward the village, much to my surprise. An hour later, I'm walking down the one and only street with the little sniper shooter's rifle still in my back, and all the villagers lining the street staring at me. I don't like what I see in their faces either, fear and suspicion. Finally, we get to a blacksmith shop at the end of the street. Inside, there's an old gent whacking away at a piece of metal, and sitting on a crate in a corner, there's another man, younger and very rugged looking, and right now he's giving me a very cold stare. The old gent stops hammering as soon as he spots us.
Oh, Magda, where have you been? I have been worried about you.
I have been on watch in the hills, Grandpapa. And see what I have caught.
Who is this man, Magda?
Look, I don't know what this is all about, but...
Silence! Let Magda speak.
He is a stranger. And he was approaching the village.
Oh, this is a crime? Brother, you folks are really short on hospitality, aren't you?
Evil things have been happening here in our village, stranger. We want to know about everyone who comes here and why.
So you send your granddaughter out to have a little target practice, huh?
Magda went without my knowledge. My fiancée is devoted to the preservation of our village. Unfortunately, her zeal sometimes is greater than her sense.
But, Lubo, you yourself told me that...
Wait a minute. She called you Lubo?
That is my name. Why?
And you're the guy I came here to see.
So? Who are you?
Steve Mitchell.
I do not recognize the name.
Well, maybe you'll recognize these credentials of mine. You better take a look at them.
Yes, indeed I do recognize them. We owe you an apology for our rudeness.
Lubo, I don't understand what...
Mr. Mitchell is a representative of the United States, my dear. He is here to help us. I am sorry for the reception Magda gave you, Mitchell. With what has been happening here, our entire village is on edge.
Well, no harm done. Only I'd hate to have your fiancée shooting at me if she really meant to hit me. I'll bet you're one guy who'll never step out of line.
Please,
Yes, I'm afraid I would not last long. But come, Mitchell. We will have a drink, and I will tell you all I can about our trouble.
So the whole village is pretty panicky, huh, Lubo?
Yes, I think they would all like to leave, but as long as there is an ounce of strength in my body, they will not.
Well, from the looks of you, there's more than an ounce. You're The one boy who's holding them together right now, I take it.
Well, they seem to look at me as a sort of leader. Perhaps because I'm one of the few villagers who's been away to school.
Look, what's your theory about what's happening? These guys getting hanged by chains. I've heard the curse of the castle, but...
Mitchell, I think that someone is using that legend, that curse, for his own purposes.
I see. Any idea who that might be?
Well, our relations with the neighboring country just over the mountains are not what one would call friendly. We believe in freedom, they do not.
I get it.
That mine is the symbol of our strength. I will keep it operating if I have to.
How are you going to operate it if you don't have enough workers?
I will continue to do as I have done for the last month. Each time there is a murder, some of the mine workers quit and leave the village. So I go down to the city and bring more workers up here. Men who are unafraid.
Well, that's a good plan, as long as you can keep finding new men. You know, I'd like to take a look at that castle. How do I find it?
Follow the trail up to the top of the mountain. You cannot miss it.
Okay, I'll check with you later, Lubo. I head along the trail up the mountain to the castle. It perches there on the ridge just like a giant vulture overlooking the mountain pass between the two countries. I push open a creaky metal door and go inside. There are cobwebs all around the place, and a couple of bats make passes at my head. From the looks of the place, it isn't hard to see why the villagers think it's haunted. I start outside, then I freeze. There's a faint sound, like a clank of metal. The pleasant picture of me hanging at the end of a chain suddenly flashes through my mind. I try to shake it off. Then I hear the clank again, and this time I know it isn't my imagination. I whirl around, and just then something hard wraps around my throat. I try to get my hands up to it, but I can't. It keeps getting tighter. Everything's swimming in front of my eyes. I try for one more breath, but I don't make it. The floor comes up at me fast and hits me right in the face.
Steve Mitchell will continue his dangerous assignment in just a moment.
You know, tomorrow can be a real nice day. The sun can seem shinier, the air can seem crisper, the grass can seem greener. And you can get more enjoyment out of living if you want to. Break into that day with a bowl full of Wheaties. That's what I said. Wheaties with milk and the kind of fruit you especially like. Or Wheaties with milk and no fruit. Or just Wheaties. You think that's going pretty strong on Wheaties? Well, now really it isn't. Because Wheaties are whole wheat. And what a powerful lot of whole wheat Wheaties are. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. That's why a bowl full of Wheaties pops with so much high-stepping, day-brightening energy. Energy right after you get up from the breakfast table. Energy all morning long. Wheaties have it, and it's for you. Whole wheat goodness. Of course, you don't have to think about vitamins and minerals when you eat those Wheaties. Just pass that milk, fill that bowl, pull up a spoon, and get Wheaties happy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do, spooning into sunny, whole wheat Wheaties. Try 'em for an awfully nice start on that nicer day I've been talking about. Tomorrow, see for yourself how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11. Breakfast of champions. And that's a promise. Indeed it is.
Now back to Dangerous Assignment and Steve Mitchell.
Dimitri, drag his body over here behind the wall.
Very well.
So. Oh, he is starting to recover.
Here are some papers I found in his pocket.
Let me see them. Steve Mitchell, United States agent. What? Dimitri!
But how could we have known in the dark?
Oh, my throat. Mr. Mitchell.
What? Who are you?
Lieutenant Siska of the military.
Military?
Yes. My men and I are the border patrol here.
Wait a minute. Are you the guys who choked me a few minutes ago?
A regrettable incident for which I apologize.
Oh, great. Not again.
Again?
You people really make a guy who's trying to help you feel right at home.
I am indeed sorry, but you must understand that we are right on the border here. And with this situation as it is, we can take no chances. Everyone found in the vicinity of the pass is under suspicion.
Well, instead of half strangling me, you might have fired a shot over my head or something. I'd have been very happy to cooperate.
No, a shot fired on the border is not good. From such things as that, an incident can be manufactured. An incident which might be used as an excuse for an attack upon us. But, come. In order to show you hold no grudge against me, please, you must come back to the village and we drink together, huh?
You know, that's a real quaint custom you've got in this country. First you half kill a man, and then you buy him a drink. Well, I'm in favor of the second part of it anyway. Let's go. The village looks pretty deserted, Lieutenant.
Yes, with this talk of the curse of the castle, everyone keeps to their own house at night, Mr. Mitchell.
Lieutenant Siska!
Oh, it is Lubo.
And Magda.
Come quickly.
Where to?
Grandfather's blacksmith shop.
What is the matter, Lubo?
I do not know, Siska. A moment ago, a small boy ran through the street screaming.
Screaming what?
The blacksmith shop. The blacksmith shop. That's all he said.
Here we are.
All dark. Hey. What's that sound?
Here, I have a flashlight. There.
There is no one here. Where is Grandpapa?
Mitchell, look. Overhead.
What? Brother.
Ooh, hanging from the rafter by a chain.
Grandpapa. No, Grandpapa.
Lubo leads Magda away, and Siska and I get the body down. By the time we get outside, the whole village is turned out. By torchlight, Lubo is trying his best to hold them together. But it's easy to see he's fighting an uphill battle.
Who will be killed next?
You superstitious fools, listen to me. Whoever is murdering our people is doing it to disunite us. So we will not be able to operate the mine.
We are leaving now. We are leaving.
No, do not go. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Well, I suppose we are beaten, Mitchell.
Most of the villagers took a powder, huh?
As you saw.
How many men do you figure are left in the village?
As far as I can tell, only those which I have brought to replace the villagers who fled after the other murders. Well, in the morning I will go back down to the city and find more replacements.
You're really all out on this deal, aren't you?
Yes, I am, as you say, all out.
Why?
That is a good question. Why, indeed? Sometimes I wonder, how much is a dream worth?
A dream?
The dream of a small boy who grew up in this village, who saw great possibilities for a happy, peaceful, prosperous life for this village. A boy who went away to study, to learn, then came back here to help make that dream come true.
I see.
But what is the good of burdening you with my dreams? I want to go
Lubo!
on...
Mr. Mitchell!
Oh, Lieutenant Siska, what's the matter?
Trouble.
What could be more trouble than we have already had, Siska?
This. One of my men just returned from across the border on a scouting mission. He reports a large column of troops heading toward the pass.
What?
Yes. Yes, they should reach their entrance to the pass in 2 hours. And further, he says they are setting up artillery at the foot of the mountain on their side. The thing we have all feared has happened at last. We will be attacked, invaded.
No! We may be attacked, yes, but invaded, no. Have you radioed the colonel in the city, Siska?
Yes, just now. He is dispatching a brigade of troops. They should arrive shortly after dawn.
Then I will round up what men and weapons there are in the village. We will try to hold the pass and the castle against the enemy until our troops arrive.
How much further to the pass, Siska?
100 feet ahead of us is a point from which we can look down into it.
Brother, it really gets cold up here.
Yes. What time is it, Mr. Mitchell?
4 a.m.
Already it is starting to get light. The enemy troops will probably arrive at their side of the pass in another hour.
Yeah. And your troops from the city won't be here for 2 more hours. I still don't see how Lubo and his boys can hold the pass till then.
Stop here and I think you will see. There. Now observe the pass. Anyone attempting to come through from the other side must pass through the narrow part directly below us. A handful of men stationed here and in the castle above us can prevent that passage, or at least delay it for several hours, with luck until our troops arrive.
Yeah, I see it now. But speaking of the handful of men, where are they?
Lubo must have taken them all to the castle. Come. He's probably giving them their orders. Then we will send some of them to the pass and keep the rest in the castle, which will serve as an observation post.
You know, You boys seem to have this deal pretty well worked out.
Oh, Lubo has rehearsed it many times.
Well, here we are. You know, this castle gets gloomier every time I see it.
Here are Lubo and his men.
Siska, Mitchell, I've been waiting for you.
Hey, you got a lot more weapons here than I figured. Rifles, machine guns, grenades. You got the works.
I've been collecting them for some time.
Yes. Even I did not realize you had so much, Lubo.
What is the matter, Siska?
You have made a mistake.
Have I?
Yeah, the machine guns. They're pointing the wrong way, towards your end of the pass.
You're quite right. But let me assure you, this is no mistake.
What? Lubo, what do you mean?
I'm afraid I get it. Too late.
Too late indeed, Mitchell.
Fifth columnist. Then all this time you have been working with our enemies.
Your enemies, Siska. My friends.
You dirty, traitorous dog.
Well, it's a pretty neat deal, Luba. Every time you murdered a villager, several of them left in a panic. Then you went to the city and got your own stooges to replace them.
Exactly.
You will not last long when our brigade of troops get up here, Lubo.
You underestimate me. Up in the tower of the castle is one of my men with radio equipment. He's in contact with artillery on the other side of the mountain and will spot for them. As your troops pass, Siska, they will be cut to pieces by artillery fire.
Got it all figured out, haven't you, Luba?
Completely, even to the fate of Siska and yourself.
What do you mean?
Observe the 2 lengths of chain on the floor near you. After you have had the dubious pleasure of watching a complete victory for my cause, both of you will be hanged from those chains. The curse of the castle, you know. Quite fitting, isn't it, gentlemen?
You will hear the conclusion of Dangerous Assignment in just a moment. First, here is the Wheaties man, Frank Martin.
If you're a mother or a father with a warm spot in your heart for pink-cheeked, happy-eyed youngsters, here's something you should know. Good food builds good health, and Wheaties are good food. Now, I don't know what you've been doing about the breakfast for the kiddies, but did you know there's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake? With a sunny, wholehearted goodness of field-grown wheat in every flake? With a full strength of whole wheat vitamins, minerals, proteins in every flake? Well, it's true. Whole wheat in all its richness. That's what you furnish when you fill the cereal bowl with Wheaties. Don't slip up. See that they get Wheaties. Crisp, sunshiny, good. Pour on the milk, put on the fruit, and know the youngsters are getting all that whole wheat can give. Do that now. Wheaties. Breakfast of champions.
Well, along about now, I'm looking like a real poor insurance risk. According to Lubo, as soon as his artillery finishes blasting Siska's troops out of existence, Siska and I are due for the wrong end of a chain. Luba and his boys are lined up at the windows waiting for the first sight of the brigade, leaving an armed guard stationed in front of the door, which leads up to the tower. And one look at that guard's face tells me he'd like nothing better than to give that itchy trigger finger of his a workout in our direction.
Mr. Mitchell, what can we do?
I'd sure like to get to that radio up in the tower.
Yes, so we could warn our troops. But how can we do it? The door is 10 feet away from us, and that guard would shoot us down the minute we started for it.
Yeah, I know. Wait a minute.
What is it?
Those lengths of chain on the floor near us. The one Lubo's reserved for us.
What about them?
One of them's only a couple of feet from me. Look, try to shield me from the guard's eyes while I get a hold of it.
You think you can hit the guard with it from here?
You got any better ideas?
No, but
Look, Lubo and the others have their backs turned to us. It's our only chance. Did the guard see me take that step?
No.
Okay, I've got hold of the end of the chain now. When I yell, flatten yourself against the wall, and I'll whip it at him. If it works, we dive for the door and bolt it behind us. Then we head for the tower.
Very well. I'm ready.
Now!
You got him!
Quick, inside the door. Let's get it bolted, quick. All right.
Open this door!
Come on, up the stairs. We've got to work fast.
Yeah. Luba and his men will break down the door.
Yeah, I know. It'll take them a little while, though. Those doors are thick. Good. There's another door at the top here.
I will close it.
What is it? What is the matter?
Mitchell, the radio operator.
Yep. Wait, you're not to be here.
Hand over that walkie-talkie, Buster.
No.
Maybe this hammerlock will convince you.
No. Stop.
That's better.
Now we can warn our troops.
I got a better idea. What's the code name of your artillery, Buster? Come on, open up before your arm turns into a pretzel.
Stop. This valley.
Valley, huh? Okay, what's Lubo's code name?
Hilltop, please, my arm.
Okay.
Now! Mitchell, he's trying to smash the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I got him. Okay, get on that walkie-talkie and call the artillery. Use the code names Valley and Hilltop.
I don't understand.
You will.
Very well. Hilltop to Valley. Hilltop to Valley. Over.
Valley to Hilltop. Go ahead.
Now what?
They've probably already got an initial range and deflection set on the guns. Tell them to fire one salvo.
What?
That's right. I want to see where it lands.
Oh, I hope you know what you are doing, Mr.
So do
Mitchell. Hilltop to Valley. Fire one salvo at initial setting.
Listen, Lobo and his boys must have broken down the first door. They're heading up the stairs.
Yes.
Take care, open up!
I'm sorry, Lobo.
What are you doing in there?
There's your answer, Lobo.
The salvo landed just below the pass on our side.
Okay. Give him this correction, Siska. Down 1,000 yards, left about 3 mills.
Down 1,000, left 3. Oh, Mr. Mitchell, do you realize what you are doing?
Sure, I'm zeroing in that artillery onto this castle.
I can hear you, Mitchell. You are just bluffing.
Am I? Send the correction, Siska.
But we may be killed if the salvo hits the castle.
We're going to be dead anyway as soon as they break down that door. This is our only chance to scare them away. Send the correction.
Hilltop to Valley. Down 1,000, left 3. Over.
Valley to Hilltop. Down 1,000. Left 3. Received.
Listen, Lubo's heading downstairs. I guess he got it through his head. I wasn't bluffing. Okay, get down on the floor, Siska, and try to shield that walkie-talkie as much as you can.
Mitchell, this is insane.
You're telling me.
But just lying here waiting for the salvo to land.
You might try a few prayers while you're waiting. Hold it! Hold on!
Mitchell, are you all right?
Yeah, just shaken up. I'm going to take a look out the window. Salvo hit the base of the castle, Siska, and it sounds like it hit a few of Lubo's boys, too.
Look! There goes Lubo running for that jeep.
Yeah, I guess he's the only one that didn't get hit.
Mitchell! He's heading for the road which leads down the other side of the mountain.
Yeah, and us without even a slingshot.
He will get away!
Hey, a rifle shot.
Lubo is hit!
Oh, brother. Right over the side of the mountain. Well, I guess that's the end of Lubo.
Yes, but where did the shot come from?
Look, kneeling beside the pass down there. There's your answer.
Why, it is Magda.
Yeah, Lubo's girl. Or I should say ex-girl. Looks like she finally tumbled to him.
Yes, he killed her grandfather and betrayed her country. She killed him.
Pretty fitting.
But Mr. Mitchell, we're not out of trouble yet.
Well, I think with us spotting for that artillery, there's not much chance that they'll hit your troops. Matter of fact, if you wanted to be real cruel about it, you might arrange to have them drop a few shells on their own troops. I think that'd slow up the advance until your boys get to the pass.
Yes, I think that might be arranged. So, the traitor Lubo did not have the victory he planned.
No, I guess not. You see, Lubo thought he had everything figured out, but he ran into one thing nobody can figure out.
You mean your strategy?
No, I mean a woman.
Dangerous Assignment, starring Brian Donlevy as Steve Mitchell, is written by Bob Reif, with music composed by Basil Adlam and conducted by Ralph Hollenbeck, and is produced and directed by Bill Karn. Dangerous Assignment will again be heard Wednesday, September 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.